Hey everyone, Nigel and Luke here, and welcome to another edition of Crimes of the Week.
On Monday, authorities in Madison, Wisconsin announced that a woman had been arrested as part of an investigation into a murder-for-hire plot orchestrated through the dark web. According to reports, 37-year-old Kelly Harper was taken into custody after police were tipped off by the victim of an intended crime, as well as some local journalists who uncovered the plot. One of the journalists told police that while investigating a murder-for-hire site on the dark web, they discovered someone trying to arrange the death of a man in Sun Prairie. Using information obtained by the journalists, investigators were able to identify Harper as a suspect, linking her to a Bitcoin wallet that she had used in another illicit transaction. When police conducted a search of Harper's residence, they discovered screenshots of the murder-for-hire site, as well as one of the pictures she had sent to the site's administrator as proof of payment. She had also provided detailed descriptions of the victim, as well as his address and phone number. At the time of this recording, it is not known what motivated the crime, nor what Harper's relationship was with her intended victim.
The NYPD announced on Sunday that they had arrested a suspect they believe is responsible for a string of stabbings on the city's subway system that occurred this weekend. According to reports, 21-year-old Rigoberto Astwood Lopez was arrested on Saturday evening just after 6 p.m., and later confessed to 4 attacks that left 2 people dead and 2 others injured. All of the incidents occurred along the A-train line. The stabbings began shortly before noon on Friday, when a 67-year-old man was stabbed on the platform of the 181st Street station in Washington Heights. The man reportedly required surgery, but is expected to survive. Approximately 12 hours later, another victim was found slumped in his seat at Mott Avenue Station, the result of similar injuries. He was pronounced dead at the scene. A 44-year-old woman was found 2 hours later with injuries throughout her body and was pronounced dead after being rushed to hospital. The final attack occurred just before 1:30 a.m. on Saturday, when a 43-year-old man was randomly stabbed as he slept on a stairwell at the A-train station at West 181st Street. At the time of this recording, he is in stable condition. Lopez is said to have a history of mental illness, and it is believed all 4 attacks were unprovoked. It has also been reported that both he and the 2 deceased victims were homeless.
A bizarre case was reported out of Chicago this week when it was announced that a man had been arrested for impersonating a police officer multiple times this year. The suspect, 26-year-old Vincent Richardson, appeared in court on Friday, where Assistant State Attorney Ellen Brett explained that he had been involved in at least 3 incidents this year where he appeared in a full Chicago police uniform and pretended to be a sergeant. In one case, Richardson allegedly pulled over a vehicle in an unmarked car. In another, he was seen using a flashlight to get drivers to slow down their vehicles in the area. According to reports, this is far from the first time Richardson has gotten in trouble for impersonating a Chicago police officer. He has been arrested at least 3 times prior for the same behavior. His first impersonating charge dates back to when he was just 14 years old, and he managed to talk his way into a patrol car and spend 5 hours with a real police officer. In the incident, he was even involved in the arrest of a suspect. Richardson is currently being held in lieu of a $75,000 bond.
Police in New Haven, Connecticut say that they are still searching for a person of interest this week in the death of Yale University student Kevin Jiang. The 26-year-old student was found lying dead outside of his car on the night of February 6th, the result of multiple gunshot wounds. The suspect, 29-year-old Chin Pan, is said to have gone to MIT with Jiang's fiancée. The couple was recently engaged. Pan's last known address was in Malden, Massachusetts, but it is believed he could be in any number of states along the East Coast. He was previously seen at a hotel in North Haven, Connecticut, but may also have been spotted as far away as Atlanta, Georgia. It is believed that Pan is in possession of a stolen vehicle, and he is considered armed and dangerous. The U.S. Marshal Service is currently offering a reward of up to $5,000 for any information that leads to his arrest.
Police in St. Louis County, Missouri say that 2 suspects are in custody this week following a bizarre theft involving a funeral home vehicle. The incident began Thursday morning when a van belonging to a funeral home was left idling and unattended in the parking lot of a Quick Trip convenience store in Spanish Lake. Sometime after, a couple in their 30s got into the vehicle and drove away. The van had a body in the back when it was stolen. According to reports, the vehicle was spotted as far away as Illinois before ultimately being recovered in Festus, Missouri on Friday, about an hour's drive from where it had been stolen. The vehicle was recovered when someone noticed it in the parking lot of a Walmart and called police. Thankfully, the body was still inside and had not been tampered with during the period in which the suspects were in possession of the van. The pair was taken into custody without incident. At the time of this recording, it is not known what charges they will be facing.
Two Louisiana sanitation workers are being hailed as heroes this week after they helped police rescue a 10-year-old girl who had been kidnapped by a registered sex offender. The incident unfolded early on Monday when Dion Merrick and Brandon Antoine were on their pickup route near St. Martin Parish. The 2 men spotted a gray Nissan sedan parked in a field, which they recognized from a police alert about the missing girl. After calling 911, Merrick and Antoine moved their truck to block the vehicle so that the suspect couldn't escape. Police arrived on the scene shortly afterwards, taking the suspect, 33-year-old Michael Serial, into custody. He is currently being held without bond by the New Iberia Police Department. Merrick and Antoine have been praised for their quick thinking and decisive action.
This week, it was announced that a couple in Buffalo, New York have filed a lawsuit following a terrifying incident last month when armed bounty hunters allegedly raided their home without a search warrant. According to the lawsuit, the incident began when 2 bounty hunters started pounding on the door of Jake Reinhardt and his pregnant fiancée in the middle of the night, demanding to be let in or they would break down the door. They were reportedly looking for Reinhardt's brother, Luke, who had fled on a bond for 3 misdemeanors in Pennsylvania. Luke was not at his brother's house, nor had he ever lived at the residence previously. The bond was said to be for just $5,000. The lawsuit alleges that when Reinhardt opened the door, the bounty hunters began to search his home without presenting a warrant. When asked, he claims they ignored the questions. Several police officers were in attendance that night, but made no attempt to intervene, despite reports that they admitted they did not know much about the bounty hunters. During the search of the home, Reinhardt said that guns were repeatedly pointed at him, his fiancée, and his small child. Much of the incident was captured on the home's surveillance camera. The Reinhardt's lawsuit has been filed against the city of Buffalo, its police department, as well as the bounty hunters and their company.
A Florida woman has been arrested this week following a bizarre incident in which she repeatedly stabbed her sister with an Epipen. The attack unfolded on Thursday night after police say 62-year-old Joanna Zielinski had spent the night drinking with her sister. When the sister went to bed, Zielinski continued to drink and take drugs, and at some point, she assaulted her sister with the Epipen. When police arrived at the residence at approximately 10:30 p.m., they asked Zielinski what had motivated the attack, to which she replied that she was allergic to drunks. Evidently, she believed that the medical device, which is designed to deliver a dose of emergency epinephrine to treat sudden allergic reactions, would sober her sister up. Thankfully, Zielinski used the device improperly, and none of the medication was injected into her sister during the assault. The 62-year-old was taken to the Naples Jail Center and is now facing at least 1 charge of domestic battery. That's it for this edition of Crimes of the Week. If you enjoyed our video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Crime Zone for more true crime content like this, making sure to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest releases. Thank you for watching.